Good job. Okay, one more. Hard work. You make him enjoy it. You make him enjoy it. Okay, go. Go there. Up there. Money. Good job.
Good to have you join us on the show. This is sports update on Trust TV. Adeni G Shafe. Well, apologies for that mix up there. But right now, just have to give you update in the world of sports concerning what is happening. We know that Nigerian team that is going to be called Chan Eagles are in camp already. The clip you just saw is the camping of the team of the Nigeria there, the Chan team. Right now they are in camp, and right now they are trying their best to see how they will get ahead of the competition. Good one for them, for the fact that right now they've been able to come together ahead of the competition there. But right now, let's give you update concerning happenings in the world of sport. Starting with basketball, where the Nigerian Basketball Premier League is actually taking place in two places in Nigeria. One in Jos, that's the Savannah Conference, and the Atlantic Conference taking place in Benin City. But right now, we quickly focus on the Savannah Conference, where games will actually play on day 4. 3 games have been played so far on day 4. Let's start with the story. Nigerian Basketball Premier League, Plateau Peaks lose 67-77 to Nigerian Custom on day 4. They actually lost that game by extra 10 points in the game that was played in Jos there. For all the teams participating, let's look at the result of the games that have been played so far in the competition at the Savannah Conference. Nigerian Customs 77-67 as they won against Plateau Peaks. Kano Pillars by 1 point. They defeated Gombe Bulls in a very, very keenly contested game that they actually participated. While Nile University defeated Correctional by 78-73 in the game that just ended, as Bauchi Net and Boko Chiefs right now they are playing their own game. Just to give you updates concerning that, and really it's going well in the Savannah Conference match day 4 result, where 4 games are up for grabs. 3 have been played, and you look at Plateau Peaks losing, Gombe Bulls also losing by just 1 point, and Correctional losing by 5 points against Nile University in those encounters there. Right now, join us from Jos Plateau is Noah, who right now will be giving us update concerning what is happening or what has happened so far in the competition. Good to have you this evening, Noel. Noel. Noah, can you hear us? Okay, Noah, if you can hear me, kindly unmute your audio there so that we can hear you and you can also hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you clear. I can hear you well.
Okay,
good evening.
Good evening. Good. At least we're talking about the update concerning Nigerian Basketball Premier League ongoing over there in Jos for Savannah Conference. We've actually talked about the result that have been played earlier today. Correctional losing against Nile University, and Gombe Bulls also losing against Kano Pillars. Whereas a good one for Nigerian Customs, they defeated Plateau Peaks in those encounters that we just rolled out. So, for you that were there live, give us updates. How was the games?
Well, it has been amazing since Monday. It has been fun all the way. I can't remember the last time I watched top basketball. I think it was like 8 years ago when we had the Nigerian Premier Basketball League. Since what is 8 years? That's like since 2017. But the good thing about the ongoing NBBF Basketball Premier League is the fact that Nigerian basketball teams are really getting it right. And when you look at the results so far, day one we saw some spectacular results. Nobody believed, because they said it's host. I'm talking about Plateau Peaks. Nobody believed Plateau Peaks will be able to beat Bauchi Net, because Nobody gave them a chance. They have been having issues for the past 3 years. And I'm talking about Plateau Peaks. They don't have a functional. They don't have a functional board. I'm talking about the Plateau State Basketball Association. They don't have a chairman. They don't have a board. So for Coach Nendrim to assemble these players for the past, I think, 4 months now, we need to give kudos to her. But so far, so good. It's been amazing. They have had an easy ride, except for today's results. I never give the custom a chance. But one thing you need to know about the Nigeria custom, the fact that they are packed with some experienced players, which is really working for them, or which has worked for them so far. They played 4 games, lost 3, won 1. That's today. But the team of the moment when the Savannah Conference definitely is Local City Chiefs. They are the root. They are the two chiefs of the Savannah Conference. Two foreign-based players. They have a coach that have seen over some basketball spent 15 years in the European team. That's talking about Coach Uju Alex. I mean, it's rated as one of the best coaches right now because so far so good to the organization in terms of improving their marches day by day. I must let you know, Nigeria, or rather, Jos is the place to be when it relates to basketball in Nigeria.
Okay, well, at least giving us update concerning what has happened since on Monday at the NBBA Premier League taking place in Jos Plateau State in the Savannah Conference of the NBBA Premier League. But right now, there's a particular game I want you to touch on before you go. Let's talk about Gombe Blue versus Kano Pillars. It was just a point difference between the two. It means it was a 12 order between the two teams from the north.
Yes, indeed, it is. Now, Kanu Pillars is being coached by one of the best coach in Nigeria, Continental, a former D Tigers coach. Scott Naji is one man. Put aside his attitude or the way he coached, but he's still rated as one of the best. He was able to sort of bring out the best out of his players, most especially in the second and the third quarter. At a point, we thought Gumi Bulls will, win the second match in the ongoing Savannah Basketball League. Scott have a way of bringing out the best because usually pillars pick from the second and the third quarter, and we saw that today. So I think it boils down to Scott Nudge. Not your kind of, or it might be that kind of coach that you don't really like because of the way he sort of coaches team. Is this outspoken person, but is still one of the best coach, and he brought the best out of his players from the second quarter down to the third quarter. We saw a different Kano Pillars, and eventually 1 point separates Gombe Bulls and Kano Pillars, and their shot was intact. The free throws was just something else. And kudos to the boys. They did very well. I'm talking about Pillars, former champion of the Nigeria Premier Basketball League.
Okay, good one there. Coming from Noah actually tried to at least join us to give us updates concerning games that were played today in the match day 4 of the NBBA Premier League. We want to appreciate you, Noah, for the fact that you're able to give this update.
But before we go, I want to touch something, sir. Yes, before we go, I need to touch something. I'm the team of the moment, and the surprise team of the ongoing Premier League when it relates to Savannah Conference is Nine University.
Okay, go on.
Now it is. They are the surprise team of the moment. I mean, it is the youngest. They have the youngest players. All the players are on scholarship in Abuja. All the players are on scholarship. That's over 3.5 scholarship yearly. Secondly, aside the scholarship being given to these players, they go home with allowances every month end. You see player from 17 down to I think the oldest is 27, but and he's being coached by former D Tigers players. I'm talking about Stanley Gomot. This is a team, not just the Savannah Conference, but Nigeria entirely needs to watch out for. And kudos to the management of Nine University for setting up this fantastic team.
Okay, good one there for giving us that particular update on Nine University basketball team, for being one of the youngest and also well taken care of when it comes to administration so far. Thank you so much, Noah Noel. Okay, well, back to the studio. Just have to run through some. Okay, you just have to run through some stories right now. You're actually giving us some updates about this Havana conference of the MBBA Premier League. Right now, let's run through some stories in the world of sport as we look at handball. Handball right now, we know our team will be going for the African phase that has to do with the one coming up in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Nnamani, Coach Nnamani released final list of players for IHF Trophy African Men Continental phase. Let's look at the list of those players that have just been released by the Handball Federation, coming from goalkeepers. We have Obabori Samuel to Jamarine FC goalkeeper, AB Atahiru Saihabi of Sokoto Rima, also a goalkeeper. There's centre back, we have Farouk Olamilekon Karim to Jamarine Handball Club, is the captain of that team. We have Fashogbon Sulaiman Abayomi of Lagos Seasiders. The right back, we have Aziz Sulaiman Olaitan of Tugemarine Handball Club, while the left back is Foloki Christian Bolaji, who is also a player of Tugemarine. Isiaka Mustafa, Tugemarine Handball Club. Musa Muhammad of Safety Shooters. Ali Rufai, Correction Boys Handball Club. And the pivot is Yusuf Sulaiman of Tugemarine Handball Club. Left wing, Muhammad Mustafa Akane Basit Olayinka, Lagos Seasiders, and the right wing is Ganiu Aduragbemi, who is actually part of the team right now that will be playing at that competition. Sulaiman Sani also make Niger United in the right wing. Just to let you have a feel of the team list released by Coach Emeka Nnamani for the team that will be going for the IHF African Men Championship coming up in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa precisely. Wishing them the best as they file out to see how they will at least make us proud when it comes to handball at the continental level there. Still talking about sport, this time around, let's continue to celebrate the Flying Eagles, because right now the chairman House Committee on Sport, that is Kamaru Madu, right now celebrating the Flying Eagles for being able to win, to defeat Ghana and win the championship they play over there in Lome, Togo. That's the back-to-back winning for Nigerian team. That's Flying Eagles for being able to do it. So they receive accolade from a lot of Nigerians are really pouring encomiums on our team. And not left behind is the House Committee Chairman of Sport. That's Kabir Ahmad Rada, celebrating what they have done so far in this competition. And really, kudos to them for being able to do it after not starting well, but they were able to hang on with the belief in themselves, and they really did well in the competition. Now, looking at the coach of that team, this season, 2020-2024 season, has been a good one for him. If you look at the antecedent of Coach Ali Zuberu, let's look at it quickly. Ali Zuberu so far in 2020-2024, qualified El Kanemi Warriors for NNL Super 8, promoted El Kanemi Warriors to MPFL, won President Federation's Cup with El Kanemi Warriors, appointed head coach of Flying Eagles, and right now they qualify for the AFCON Under 20 and had also won the Wafu B Championship with the Flying Eagles. What a year for Aliyu Zubairu of El Kanemi Warriors and also Flying Eagles for being able to do that with that particular team. Kudos to him and the entire technical crew of the Flying Eagles. Away from there, still talking about that particular competition, but this time around, we talk about the team that faced them in the final. Ghana, they call them the Black Satellites. The Black Satellites of Ghana lost 2-1 to Nigeria, but according to their coach, Desmond Efei, he says injury affected us against Nigeria. Well, according to him, a lot of players were injured, key players to that team, and that didn't go well with the team, and that was why we were able to beat them. If not, they could have defeated us. And like I said, that Nigeria and Ghana, the rivalry is just too much. So right now, the coach has come up against that particular fact that we won that game, pushing on the injury that affected his players. Well, despite that, the fact that they could not win, they lost by 2-1, they still have another celebration. Let's talk about them. Wafubi Under 20 Ghana striker was able to win the MVP, most valuable player and top scorer. His name is Jerry Afriye. Jerry Afriye beat Parobo Anieri of Nigeria to MVP top scorer. He actually scored 5 goals in the course of the competition to the final, and really he actually won the MVP of the tournament ahead of Nigerian Parobo Ariehi, who did well by scoring a brace in the final just yesterday. Well, good one for him, for the fact that he was able to do that despite not winning the competition. But right now, he has gotten 2 out of 3. That's a celebration for Jerry Afriye, who played for Tot FC over there in Ghana. Congrats to him and the entire team of the Black Satellite of Ghana there. Despite that loss, they still hold their head up high. From there, let's talk about our own sport. But right now, we know the National Sports Commission is in this way. No more Ministry of Sport Development. But just yesterday, the news came out that the handing over to the National Sports Commission. But right now, he has actually released the outlined structural organization of the NSC. Let's look at it quickly. Facilitation of private sector participation in the sports sector through investment in talent production and infrastructure development, restructuring and capacity building of the sports federation, and the engagement of competent personnel and partners to deliver on the mandate for optimal performance, policy development by putting together strategies, policies, and legislations to protect and support sport development in the country. Institutional support by ensuring that the NSC seamlessly assumes the asset and liabilities from the defunct Federal Ministry of Sport Development, resolving the funding challenges of sport in Nigeria, providing the enabling environment to drive Mr. President's vision to create a sustainable sports economy in Nigeria, and most critically, commences the process of amending and updating the NSC Act to align with international best practices, creating a professional governance framework. That's it. Hopefully, all these outlined structural organization will see light of the day and let our sport begins to thrive again, especially funding of those federations, sports facilities, and a lot more that has been outlined in that particular structure there. Good one coming from Sheo Diko. Hopefully, you will have the chance to do all this. And before we go, FIFA set to introduce mini pitch project in schools. They want to see how they will at least go across the world to see how they will get to put a pitch project in school. Let's quickly look at the FIFA mini pitch project that they have in schools. World Soccer Ruling FIFA has planned to take football to schools among member associations. This project involves the construction of a mini field in schools surrounded by a rebound system with integrated goals aimed at providing schools, communities, and children around the world with inclusive sports infrastructure. Benin Republic has been chosen as a first African country to test the pilot phase of the mini pitch. This will actually go a long way for Africans and also across the globe for them to have this mini pitch coming from FIFA. A good development there. Before we go, let's run through some transfer gossip quickly. But for Manchester United first, because we know that Amorim is going to be the coach. But let's look at the Man United on Amorim D, Portuguese manager, to debut on November 24 against Ipswich Town. Official announcement expected soon. Contract value until June 2027. Sporting CP to receive full value of the release clause worth €10 million for Amorim. In addition, Sporting will get extra €1 million for staff and 30 days notice for Amorim exit agreed in the last 24 hours. Ruvan Nistelrooy will stay until November 11th as Man United interim coach. Then time for Amorim's new era for Manchester United and Ruben Amorim. And now let's talk about 2 transfer gossip. Clubs in Saudi Pro League are right now interested in the man called Vinicius Junior there. Well, apologies for that particular mix-up. Well, actually, we're talking about Vinicius Junior because right now clubs from Saudi Arabia are interested in signing him because of what happened about Ballon d'Or. They believe that he will be distracted. But a player as strong as him will never be distracted. Let's see what happens anyway. Football can be so unpredictable. And the last one says Napoli in negotiation with forward that's Fischer Kvaratskhelia over a new contract worth about 84 million. That's the amount they are looking at, although it could be up to €100 million for the Georgian man who right now is the key player over there with that's Napoli team, and everything goes well, he could stay with them. But if that deal will not see light of the day, a lot of clubs are waiting to see how it will be moving away from Napoli. Just to give you update in the world of sport, and we just see it right now. Earlier on, we had Noel giving us update concerning MBBA Premier League taking place in Jos Plateau State. Before we wrap it up for you in the world of sport, and that's it. I'm Adeniyi Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.